Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your new moon, flower moon reading. These energies are present now, but can also be when you need this reading. So if you just stumble across this at the time, then I abide by like you finding the reading when you also need it. These are just the energies that are present during this moon cycle and possibly like in the time surrounding. Um, This is a dimensional tarot spread. If you're unfamiliar with this form of tarot, please check out the description box below. It contains information for you to know more about the details of this system. Be sure to also check out your sun, moon, rising for a fuller picture of what's going on for you. Dimensional tarot is a combination of ENNEAGRAM personality analysis and tarot cards. You have one of 9 points, and essentially you're trying to bring balance and harmony to your spread. And I'm going to go ahead and just dive into your reading. We have some spirit totems, some little chakra card and underlying moon energy during this time. Normally you just get one, but you had two that came out. Your first is Giraffe, Visionary. Rise above earthly matters. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. Then you have Lizard, Regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. Your chakra energy for this time is Root Chakra, Physical Health, Vitality, Balance, Body Image, Strength. And your your moon energy during this time is Assessing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and dive into your Dimensional Tarot spread. At your Peacemaker, you have the Tower. There seems to be something that has happened and it has prompted swift change, or there's some type of consciousness crisis for you. Maybe we'll clarify what else we have. We have the Reformer here with the Five of Pentacles, kind of representing a fear of loss. The Well at your Helper. You're going within, possibly spiritually, but also emotionally, you're turning within right now. There's something burdensome, heavy emotional burden for you. Something that's making you fearful, possibly of losing something, but also of it's weighing heavily on your psyche. It's weighing heavily on your soul. It feels like maybe it's some type of moral burden, a moral emotional burden. Your intuition here is guiding you with the High Priestess. You have the Ten of Wands here, and the Hermit, your Achiever. So you've gone within here. The Well is kind of like the Hermit, actually, and that's all signifying going within something. It represents a heavy burden. Maybe you haven't spoken to it. This could be This could be impacting you at your root chakra level as well, so like you could feel maybe fatigued. You have the Loyalist with the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. You literally have just all the major arcanas. Kind of big players on the board. And we have the Ten of Cups here at your Enthusiast and the Five of Wands at your Challenger. So you have this internal conflict. So here we have these three cards. These three cards kind of represent your instinctual energy. You have 5 and 5 in the Tower. There's a lot of change going on here. I think emotionally, maybe you're having like this emotional transformation, because right here, okay, these three cards, this is your thinking space. This is kind of your mind. And it seems like you have, the hands of fate have brought you something, this Loyalist within you. You've worked really hard for something, and it seems to have paid off. There's a tough cycle here. Maybe you're coming to the end of, and you have this happiness, you have this mental clarity and abundance. Something your intuition is guiding you here. but yet instinctually, in your instinctual energy, which is why I think we're coming back to this root chakra message, there seems to be some type of conflict. It feels like maybe there's something you're not able to accept. Instinctually, it kind of feels off. There's change here. I feel like emotionally you've gone within. There's an emotional burden here. Your enthusiast knows the Ten of Cups. Something has brought you supreme happiness. But yet you have a internal struggle here. The Helper has to do with issues of codependency. But I'm going to clarify the Tower. The Tower is clarified by the King of Pentacles. Strength. Two of Pentacles. Representing... So you have... this could be you, your energy. There could be someone representing the King of Pentacles. But there's a strong... strength can be used against ourselves. Maybe there's some type of change you feel you're adapting to. Something that is becoming. With the moon here, there's the unknown energy. You had a few like doubles that come out on the ends in this reading. It feels like you're struggling to adapt to some change. Instinctually. Maybe this goes against the grain for you. I'm going to clarify your Hermit. The Hermit is clarified by the Six of Cups, the past, nostalgic feelings, strong soul connection possibly as well. The Two of Cups in the reverse. This can kind of show a, kind of like a little bit of a broken heart, things going not as planned. And at the end, we had the Eight of Swords, victimizing, and Two of Wands. In the upright. So there was your past, there was something with the Six of Cups representing kind of your past nostalgic feelings, the Two of Cups in the reverse. So it seems like there was some type of emotional imbalance, some emotional pain, and it kept you from wanting more. At the Achiever, your Achiever is going within and you're wrestling with this emotional burden. This could be your sense of self. Your sense of self is needing to adapt and change here, and it seems like you're struggling with something internally, instinctually, emotionally, but yet your thinking space remains clear. I'm gonna take a look at your Wheel of Fortune here. Oh, well, I figured out why. Hey, we have the Lovers. There's something here that's brought you a lot of clarity. The Knight of Swords and Eight of Pentacles. Something that you've been working hard on. It feels like you're in a very stable place. For some of you, this could be a very equitable mate. Maybe in some ways they've changed your perspective. You could change theirs, or there's some type of plateau I think you're kind of hitting. Not a bad thing. I think there's been a lot of work. There's a happiness that should be enjoyed. And I think maybe you're planning for the next step. And maybe it's like you're surveying the scene, kind of looking back at everything that used to be here. Oh. Maybe that's... Oh, man, sorry. I'm getting used to where I just put this camera. Maybe this is why you're at this plateau, because you have the ability to be visionary and regenerate yourself. There is a message of survival, of being a survivor here. So perhaps you're being called to be grounded and strong in yourself and continue to adapt to change and embrace a large perspective here. For some of you with this Hermit, the achiever's going within, because I think there could be a little bit of a self-limiting behavior here. At the past of like broken pieces of the past are kind of like hindering you in a way, because I feel like success left a bad taste in your mouth, possibly, or to get to your achievements there were some trials for you to get there. There's a lot of maybe some character development here for you, like you had to learn to be a different way. All right, I'm gonna take a look at your unconscious energies real quick, and then we will dive into the extended. As an unconscious tarot message, in my last week's reading, I had like all zodiac, all Enneagram be the same, but I'm actually just kind of switch that up, so each zodiac should have their own unique chakra and spirit totem as an unconscious energy here, because I'm just I'm doing my cards slightly different. All right, so as an unconscious tarot message, you have the Seven of Pentacles. You're assessing. Here, we have this message, assessment. You're looking at things. Maybe you have reached this plateau. There's been a lot of work. We have fruition. This is literally looking at your harvest. And I see maybe you're planning for the next step, but maybe there's, like, you feel bad for wanting more here. Your achiever, for them not to desire for something more, it feels like maybe there was some dampening of your expectations, something here that maybe, with the Two of Cups being in the reverse, it was emotional imbalance, emotional, like, sadness, in a way, whatever it was kind of sad. And the reason also I can say this is, in the extent, I'll be pulling your 7 chakra cards using the Work Your Light Oracle, but as a preview of the extended, we have, I'm sorry, defenselessness, riding past wrongs, and uprooting. For some of you, you've had to leave behind, you know, sometimes when we grow, we have to prune, and sometimes when we prune, those have to be experiences and memories and people, habits, lifestyles, mindsets. You know, you have to change, especially for some of you who've gone kind of within here. And you're recognizing the weight of the emotional burden. And when we change, sometimes we feel like you could feel guilty here. There could be like a survivor's guilt in some way or another. Maybe limiting you from wanting more. You could be taking responsibility for things that really aren't your responsibility. But there's something that does bring you immense happiness here. There's a groundedness, there's a stability. And maybe you need to rest in the stability here with your root chakra as well. In the extended, we'll be able to tell more. But as an unconscious chakra message, during this time, you also have your heart chakra. So opening your heart, maybe to those around you who support you, who love you, who care about you. That can help you get through this time. Lastly, we have the unconscious spirit totem of the bison for abundance here. You have the 10 of Cups. You have the 10 of Wands. So there's something here that there's been a lot of work. It's like a cycle completion here for you. Fruition, you're kind of harvesting, and maybe you're looking at who you've been, who you've had to be up till this point, and wrestling with this development of your character. But just opening your heart to I'm sorry, to forgiveness, to love, to oneness and connection, and to forgiving yourself for maybe actions you feel guilty for and responsible for, and forgiving yourself for maybe who you've been and who you've had to be to get to this point. Things that you could feel bad about, things you could feel guilty about. working on staying really physically present here. Also, the root chakra, I kind of think of it as Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So this is security needs, this is your food needs, this is feeling cared about, like you can go to sleep tonight and it's safe. So, you know, if you're not in that type of environment, you know, try to find resources and ways out to get you towards something better, because you deserve more. All right. Thank you for joining me. This has just been your general message. I'm going to go ahead and dive into the extended. We're going to go, in the extended, I'll be, again, looking at your chakra cards. I'll also be taking a look at the rest of the cards that are present here. Also be using the Lenormand and the mini tarot deck to do a process Enneagram spread. So when I clarify all the points here with all 9 cards, that's a full dimensional tarot spread. So all 9 cards could be clarified. That's the full spread, and then I do the points here, individual points, and that is the process Enneagram. If you look at the general Enneagram message, you can see a example of the full dimensional spread. Again, if you're unfamiliar with this form of tarot, please check out that description box below. It contains like all the information to explain how this form of tarot works and the system, and I think that should be all, and I will catch you all in the next message.